another hot topic right now. Like many people are closely monitoring. I wouldn't say that there is a sense of panic right now, but they are closely concerned about the new variant that has hit us, the Omicron variant. And so, since you're a part of the Karnataka State's COVID task force team, and as well as the first two cases were detected there, so what do you make of it?
See, I am a very since I'm addressing only doctors, I'm okay. I think it's only doctors are in the audience, isn't it? Or
So
others are also. Sorry?
most of them are doctors.
Okay. See, you go by last 2 years, 1.5 years, I have spent a lot of time in understanding the COVID. Initially, it's because country was locked down and there wasn't much happening in the hospitals. So I had a lot of time. Then our ICU started getting busy. Then we all got involved. I had plenty of time to read. Now, my hypothesis, I don't have any study to prove, is that when you learn about Spanish flu, which happened, many years ago, there is no history after 18 months. After 18 months, you don't get any reference. It's like COVID, the Spanish flu disappeared after 18 months. Now, why Spanish flu disappeared? Because that is the lifespan of probably that is the lifespan of most of the epidemics. In that period, it underwent many mutations. Why COVID is still alive now, even after 18 months? Because during the period of Spanish flu, there was no test. Now we have tests to do. So we know who is positive, who is negative, what variant, and we know a lot more about it. Generally, the opinion is that as the time passes by, the virus becomes more transmissible, but it becomes less virulent, less pathogenic, less fatal. It is the interest of the virus that the host doesn't die, because if the host dies, why Ebola didn't spread? Ebola is also a virus. It spread because anyone who it infected, they died. So these fatal viruses will confine to small area and they die out. Whereas the viruses which have a different character in terms of keeping most of the people alive, they are the ones who keep on spreading, and it goes from one person to the other person. But of course, in the process, some people do die. So my gut feeling is that Delta will be replaced by Omicron, and that will be a much milder version. And also, just as doctors, I can show you, there is a very famous pulmonologist in Bangalore. I don't wish to name. And he goes to the COVID ICU in a suit with one N95 mask. And he says that all these PPEs and all those things, that is of no use. And he himself is a pulmonologist and he's past the age of 60. He's vulnerable. Actually, we all thought that people of my age shouldn't be anywhere near the hospital, right? So essentially, our understanding of the disease is much better. We are not dealing with the unknown devil. It is a devil, no doubt, but it is not very much unknown. And I believe that we are going through an endemic phase wherein this will spread very fast, no doubt. But because we are all immunized with vaccines, or whether most of us are already infected, so I believe that it is not going to be anything serious. I hope at some point of time, I can confidently tell everybody that stop doing the COVID test and creating the panic, just leave it, right? But time hasn't come yet. We'll wait for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let's see how the variant patients behave, how many of them will land in the ICU, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a lot more than what they have reported It is already here in the country. Some of them have been isolated. It may be here, but the good news is if it is here, we are the winners, because the COVID ICU everywhere is virtually empty. Virtually most of the COVID ICUs are full. And I'd be very surprised if we don't have Omicron already in our place.